Vox did not ask if you were free tonight. Your phone simply buzzed once, sharp, decisive, and his name glowed across the screen like a command. Vox, be ready by 8, reservations under my name, the text read. You stared at it, pulse ticking up. No details, no location, just the certainty that whatever he'd planned had been locked in hours ago, probably with a smile that showed much too many teeth. When 8 came, well, so did he. The knock was unnecessary. Your door clicked open smoothly, overridden without effort. Vox leaned against the frame like he owned the hallway, the building, the night itself. His suit was immaculate, red accents humming faintly with the static green face, flickering through a satisfied grin. There you are, he says, eyes scanning with deliberate slowness. Took you long enough. You said 8, you replied, glancing at the clock. It's 8. His smile widened. Exactly. He was so confusing sometimes. The restaurant was excessive. High-rise glass walls overlooking the pentagram city. Neon bleeding into crystal chandeliers. Demons whispered when Vox walked in. Some with awe, some with fear, some with just anger. The woman at the front didn't even check the book, just nodded swiftly and ushered you past the waiting table. Reservation for Vox, he murmured like it was a holy phrase. Your table sat next to the window, isolated, perfect. He waved you off. You do this often, you asked, when he pulled out a chair for you with performative grace. Please, I own half the network that advertises this place. Reservations are a courtesy, not a requirement, darling. Suddenly, someone appeared. Instantly, wine was getting poured. You lifted a brow. You ordered for me, you said, asking. I did, Vox said smoothly. You'll like it. He raised an eyebrow. And if I don't? His screen flickered, amusement crackling through the pixels. Then I'll buy the chef and have him redo the entire menu until you do. You laughed despite yourself, shaking your head. You're unbelievable, baby. He raised an eyebrow. That's what makes me entertaining. Dinner unfolded like a performance. Vox talked about contracts and rating spikes and V-drama. How Valentino was still sulking about a time slot. But every so often, his attention snapped back to you with unnerving intensity. So, he said casually, cutting into his steak as he did. You disappear for 3 days, and don't tell me why. You paused. I didn't disappear. I was busy. With what? He asked. Living my life. The lights above your table dimmed slightly, but not enough for anyone else to notice. But you did. Vox smiled without humor. Careful, I don't like static in my signal. You leaned back, meeting his gaze. Then maybe don't treat me like a channel you own. For a moment the air buzzed, literal electricity humming between you. Then Vox laughed, genuine this time, loud enough that a few heads turned. Oh, I love when you push back, he said, raising a glass. Keeps things very interesting. His foot brushed past yours into the table, intentional, claiming. Dessert arrived without being ordered. You didn't ask what I wanted for dessert either, you noted. Vox leaned in, voice dropping. Sweetheart, this entire night is dessert. You chuckled, not really understanding what he meant. The city glittered behind him, his screen reflecting its all lights and power and hunger. But when his hands settled over yours, the static softened. "Dinner reservations," he said, thumb brushing your knuckles. "That's how it starts. You'll let me plan one night." "And how exactly does it end?" you asked. His smile sharpened, dangerous and fond all at once. "That," he said, squeezing your hand, "depends on whether you keep showing up." And somehow, despite exactly knowing what he was, you kinda already knew what he would do. Vox was a powerful man, you had to admit, and it was very, very attractive, you also had to admit. Maybe this wouldn't be too bad.